In this video, we're going to learn about another figure of speech called onomatopoeia. So I have a very simple definition here. So onomatopoeia is the formation of a word that sounds like what it means. In other words, onomatopoeia happens when a word imitates a real sound. So I have a very good examples here that's going to help you grasp what this really means. So the first example is the bees buzzed around the flowers. Now this word is an example of onomatopoeia, because if you hear the sound buzzed or buzz, that's the sound of what what bees actually make. They make that kind of sound. So we derive that kind of word and we call it onomatopoeia because it sounds like what an animal or something else makes. So the bees buzzed around the flowers. Another good example, I think maybe you've heard when you're cooking, the bacon sizzled in the pan. So this is another example. Sizzled is another example of a word that sounds like what it means, or means like what it sounds. So sizzled, if you've heard that sound when you fry bacon, it makes that kind of like frying sound. So the bacon sizzled in the pan is another form or another example of onomatopoeia. And then the last example I have here that you've probably not experienced but you've seen on TV is the snake made a hiss. So you know snakes, when they're angry, they make a hissing sound. So they make that kind of s. So again, this word is another example of onomatopoeia. So these are three good examples. So again, the definition, onomatopoeia is the formation of a word that sounds like what it means. So basically that it sounds like what you would hear from, say, an animal in these cases. So I hope this was very clear. So this is just something to be aware of when you're writing. You're going to come around a lot of words that sound like what they mean. So just remember that that's what an onomatopoeia means. If this was helpful and clear for you, please subscribe, leave a comment, and like the video.